Hello students, hope you are all well. Today we are going to discuss some more questions out of your exercise 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, the classes we discussed earlier, we are going to do some few more questions out of those exercises. Okay, so I have taken the questions, I have mixed them up, and I am going to do them for you. Okay. Okay, so we will start with the question. As you can see on your screen, we'll start with question number 1. Question number 1, okay, question is simplify. Simplify each of the following. As I have already mentioned to you, when we are simplifying, we have to get the answer in the lowest form. Okay, so for the first part we will try to keep the answer in its lowest form. Okay, so rationalization, not rationalization, in rational numbers, algebra of rational numbers, we have to do addition. As we can see in the first part, 5 upon 9 plus minus 2 upon 3. Okay, this is the question. As you can easily see, 3 and 9 are not same denominators. 3 and 9 are not same denominators. Since 3 and 9 are not same denominators, so what we need is LCM. Once we find out the LCM of 3 and 9, you will find that it is 9. Okay, so what will, for the first term, what will be, you be multiplying with numerator and denominator, that is 1 upon 1. For the second term, you will be multiplying numerator and denominator with 3. For the second term, you will be multiplying numerator and denominator with 3. Why are we doing this? So that the denominators can become same. So this will be 5 upon 9 plus minus 6 upon 9. Okay, let's take the common LCM. Common LCM is, so common denominator is 9, and we write the numerator as they were. We write the numerator 5 minus 6 is equals to minus 1 upon 9. So that will be your final answer. Okay, I hope there should be no problem in this. Okay, let's take second one. Let's take second part. Let me change the color of pen so that you don't get confused. Second part is minus 11 upon 8 minus 11 upon 8 plus 7 upon 36. Minus 11 upon 8 plus 7 upon 36. Okay, once again I have taken examples such that the denominators are not same. Okay, so we have to find out the LCM of 8 and 36. Let's do that here. 8 and 36, we have to find its LCM. So first of all, 4 is a number which divides both 8 and 36. 4 2s are 8 and 4 9s are 36. After that, 2 1s are 2. See, I am not taking prime factors. I am just taking LCM. So it is not necessary for me to use only prime numbers. Okay. Lastly, 9 1s are 9. Okay. So LCM will be 4 2s are 8, 8 9s are 72. LCM will be 72. Now we have to determine what should we multiply with 8 to get 72 and what should we multiply with 36 to get 72. So in case of 8, we multiply numerator and denominator by 9. In case of 36, we multiply numerator and denominator by 2. 36 2s is 72. Fine. Okay. So on solving much, this will be minus 99 upon 72. And second one will be 14 upon 72. Once again, you take the common denominator. That was 72. You write the numerator as they were. Minus 99, then minus 99, plus 14, then plus 14. So your final answer will be minus 86 upon 72. Once again, question is telling us to simplify the answer. So we will simplify it by 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 2 6s are 12. So your final answer will be minus 43 upon 36. The final answer will be minus 43 upon 36. Okay, moving on, next question, question number 3. Question number 3 is, let me write the question first. Question number 3 is 11 upon 13 plus minus 3 upon 26. Okay, so what you need to do is, first of all, you have to find out the LCM between 13 and 26. If you are aware with the table of 13, you might know that 13 twos is 26. So I'm just writing down LCM of 13 and 26 is going to be 26. So what I need to do is, I need to make the denominator as 26. So what should we multiply with 13 to get 26? That is 2 plus minus 3 upon, and what should we multiply with 26 to get 26? That is 1. Okay, so this will be 22 upon 26 minus 3 upon 26. So the answer will be, let's take 22 minus 3 to the numerator and 26 to the denominator. The final answer will be 19 upon 26. As they can't be simplified furthermore, therefore answer is 19 upon 26. Okay, let's take second question. Let me enlarge it a bit. Okay, let's take second question. Let me change the pen also. Fourth question, fourth part, that is 13 upon 9 plus minus 40 upon 9. Students, if you already understand the concept of the questions, please pause the video and try the questions by yourself. Okay, that will be much more beneficial to you. Okay, you try the questions yourself. If you find it any difficulty, you see the solution and you get the answer. Okay, so we have to do simplification for all these three terms. Okay, I'm writing 2 as 2 upon 1. Okay, we are adding rational numbers, so I'm converting 2 as 2 upon 1, making it a rational number. Okay, now denominators are 9, 9 and 1. As you can imagine, the LCM will be 9. So for the first term, what should we multiply with 9 to get 9? 1. For the second term, what should we multiply with minus 9 to get 9? Again 1. Lastly, what should we multiply by 1 to get 9? That is 9. Quite easy, na? So let's see, 13 upon 9 minus 40 upon 9. Why minus? Because negative, positive, negative. If we are multiplying the signs, then the sign changes. If we are adding or subtracting, the sign remains same. Plus 18 upon 9. What is the next part? Next part is, we take common denominator. 13 minus 40 plus 18. This will be 18 plus 13. First of all, we add the positive terms and then we will do the subtraction. So 18 plus 13. 18 plus 13, let's create more space. 18 plus 13, we have 31 minus 40 upon 9. It will be minus 9 upon 9. So the final answer will be minus 1. We simplify, minus 9 upon 9, and the final answer will be minus 1. Okay? I hope it is understandable. Okay, move on. Next is, this is the question from second exercise, the application of rational numbers. This is the question from second exercise, applications of rational number. Okay, this is a kind of fill in the blanks question. We discussed it first part yesterday and we are discussing it second part today. Okay, the question is asking, you have to fill in the blanks. Let me enlarge it so that you can easily see it. Okay, you have to do fill in the blanks. Okay, the property used here is associative property. What does associative property said is, associative property is, for the addition of two numbers, for the addition of three numbers, the order of addition doesn't matter. For the addition of three numbers, the order of addition doesn't matter. Okay, associative property is applicable on addition but not on subtraction. Okay, As we will learn in the future classes, addition associative property is not applicable in subtraction but only applicable in addition and multiplication. Okay, so what I'm saying is, even if I change the position of brackets, answer to this problem is going to be same. So what should be in the blank, in the place of blank, so that the answer of both the terms is correct. So how do we determine it? We compare the terms. In first part we have 3 by 4, in second part we have 3 by 4. Okay, in first part we had 1 by 2, second part we don't have 1 by 2. Okay, in first part we have, in LHS we have minus 5 by 3, in RHS we have also minus 5 by 3. Okay, so we have underlined part as same in both the RHS and LHS. We have starred part as same in both the RHS and LHS. Remaining part is 1 by 2. So our answer is 1 by 2. It is as simple as that. You fill in the blanks with the remaining term. Okay. Next, moving on. Okay, question is, once again, these are the questions from second exercise. Fine. Questions from second exercise. Question is, rearrange suitably and find the sum. Okay, the question might have been like this. The question might have been like this: apply the properties of addition to find the sum. Both the questions are same, the meaning of both the questions are same. What does the question want you to do is, question want you to do the addition of these terms. Question want you to do the addition of all these terms. You have to add all these terms. But there is a necessary condition in this question: you have to use the properties. Without using the properties, you are not allowed to add these terms. Okay, you have to use the properties of addition. What are the properties of addition? What can be used here? Commutative properties, associative property. Okay, fine. So first of all, we will rearrange them. We will rearrange them according to their denominator, and then we will find the answer. Okay, so let's take the first part. First part is minus 11 upon 9 plus 7 upon 13 plus 20 upon 9 plus 32 upon 30. Okay, this is the first part. Okay, let us rearrange it. We are rearranging it on the basis of denominators. It will be minus 11 upon 9 plus 20 upon 9 plus 7 upon 13 plus 32 upon 30. Okay, so we have arranged it according to their denominator. First of all, we will solve the brackets and then we will move on. So for the first bracket, the common denominator is 9. We will take numerators as they were. For the second bracket, common denominator is 13 and we will take the numerators as they were. So you will get 9 upon 9 plus 7 plus 32, that will be 39 upon 30. Okay, before rushing on to taking on the further LCM, let's observe a bit. We can observe that 9 and 9 cancel out, 1 remaining, and 39 is a multiple of 13. 13 3s are 39. So what we got is 1 plus 3. Now the answer is quite simple, it is 4. Get it? So the simplified form, answer is 4. You could have taken the LCM, but that would have increased your calculation. It is much easier. Fine. Okay, in the same manner, let's do, this was the first part, we have already done it. Second part. Let's do second part. Let me increase the size of the second part and then we will do it. Okay, this is the second part. Second part is 7 upon 5 plus 11 upon 3 plus minus 11 upon 15 plus minus 1 upon 5 plus minus 5 upon 3. Okay, what we need to do is, once again we need to arrange them on the basis of their denominator. So arranging them on basis of their denominator, we will get, first of all I am taking denominator 3, then I will take denominator 5, after that denominator 15. So with the denominator 3 we have 11 upon 3 and minus 5 upon 3, plus with denominator 5 we have 7 upon 5 plus minus 1 upon 5, and lastly we have minus 11 upon 15. Okay, let's see. For the first term, 3 as a common denominator, 11 minus 5. For the second term, 5 as common denominator, 7 minus 1. And for the last term, that will be as it is, minus 11 upon 50. Okay. Let's see. This will be 11 minus 5 is 6 upon 3. We are not simplifying. Okay. In earlier question, we simplified the terms because all the terms were being simplified. First term and second term, both the terms were being simplified. That is why we simplified in the previous question. But in this question, we are not going to simplify the terms. Reason being, first term we can simplify, but if we see the second term, we cannot simplify the second term. Also, we cannot simplify the third term as well. Fine? Okay. Before the question ends, let me remind you. If you are done with first and second exercise, then it is good. Otherwise, today you have again some time. Complete the questions. Complete the questions of first and second exercise out of your book. Okay. Now, we will have to take the LCM of 3, 5 and 15. Let's take LCM. 3, 5 and 15. First of all, we divide by 3. 3 ones are 3. 5 is not divisible by 3 and 5. After we divide by 5, then we get 1. So LCM in this case is 15. LCM in this case is 15. So we take LCM and we multiply the numerator with suitable numbers. Okay. So for the first term, we'll have to multiply it with 5. This will be 6 upon 3 into 5 upon 5. For the second term, we will have to multiply it with 3. 6 upon 5 into 3 upon 3. For the third term, we will have to multiply it with 1. Nothing to be multiplied upon. Denominator is already 15. So common denominator here will be 15. 6 5s are 30 plus 3 6 are 18 minus 11. We simplify it. 48 minus 11 upon 15. Further simplification, it will be 37 upon 15. As you can observe, 37 and 15 cannot be reduced to much lower form. This is their lowest form. Okay. I guess it is clear to all of you. There should be no problems in this. Once again, I am going to repeat it. If somehow you are unable to write with me, I never suggest you to write with me. If you are unable to write with me, pause the video at the completion of the question and note down the question. Okay? Okay then, thank you for your time.